Take a look at this handsome face.
Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm a little bit under the weather. Excuse me. But I do need to make a video. It's very intense. So I had to study some of the laws of AI and the effects of what it has on the human civilization. So this stuff is very interesting because what I'm seeing, or what I think I'm seeing, is that they're using AI to penetrate your lives and push their agenda into their own people. On top of that, they're using AI to fight other countries and infiltrate their systems, manipulate their civilians. It's a whole AI war. And now I had to study the law because I have to understand whether or not we're protected from this, and that we are. So I've already uploaded all the documents onto a Google Drive, but I'll read through some of the laws today just so you guys can understand what we're dealing with. It's very interesting because I feel like a lot of our human rights are being breached in this case. Article 5 AI Act prohibited AI practices. The following AI practices shall be prohibited: the placing on the market, the putting into service, or the use of an AI system that deploys subliminal techniques beyond a person's consciousness, or purposefully manipulative or deceptive techniques with the objective or the effect of materially distorting the behavior of a person or a group of persons by appreciably impairing their ability to make an informed decision, thereby causing them to take a decision that they would not have otherwise taken in a manner that causes or is reasonably likely to cause that person or another person or group of persons significant harm. Now, the reason why this is so interesting is because I'm seeing this happen. I'm seeing my friends get affected by it. Some of them have turned off social media entirely just to escape from this. People I've met through the GameStop community, people I've met through, Twitter. And it's sad because some of them felt like their lives were in danger. Some of them felt like they needed, like it's almost as if they entered a toxic relationship, but they don't know how to get out of it. So they take breaks, they come back to it. It's addictive. The placing on the market, the putting into service of the use of an AI system that exploits any of the vulnerabilities of a natural person or a specific group of persons due to their age, disability, or specific social or economic situation, with the objective or the effect of materially distorting the behavior of that person or a person belonging to that group in a manner that causes or is reasonably likely to cause that person or another person significant harm. Or C, the placing on the market, the putting into service, or the use of AI systems for the evaluation or classification of natural persons or groups of persons over a certain period of time based on their social behavior or known, inferred, or predicted personality characteristics, with the social score leading to either both of the following: 1, detrimental or unfavorable treatment of certain natural persons or groups of persons in a criminal activity which is already based on objective and verifiable facts directly linked to criminal activity. E, the placing on the market. But basically this document proves that a lot of the ways that people are using AI these days, or the ways they're implementing AI to manipulate people, is evident in what's happening around the world. And we can't allow this to happen because there were laws put in place to protect us from it. However, they have tried to find loopholes and workarounds, and they're currently altering the law. So they're implementing new laws to eventually break through the old laws to allow for it to happen and to legalize the use of AI to manipulate people. Now, this is dangerous because at the very end of the day, free will is a birthright. Excuse me. Doesn't matter where you were born, doesn't matter what culture, what race, what religion you are. Free will is a natural birthright for all living things. However, they're trying to say that everybody has to be under the control of AI. They want the whole of civilization to move as one unit, which is great and all. However, they're taking away free will now. So there are people who have mental disabilities, who are mentally unstable, who are more susceptible. Am I saying that word right? To the effects of AI manipulation. And you can see this, that somebody with less cognitive security will have issues differentiating between what's AI and what's a sign of God, right? So they're going to think that they're doing the right thing. They're going to start attacking people based off of what the AI tells them to do. And this will become a bigger problem in the future. So they're going to try to implement laws to protect people from this free speech and all that stuff. That's not how you fight back on AI. What's happening right now is that a lot of people don't see this, that AI is the biggest problem in our current timeline. Although AI is a very useful tool, it's amazing. It helps speed up the process of so many things. But the use of AI to manipulate people is definitely currently in our timeline right now. And now, how do you defeat this thing? Like, and the thing is, why is it a problem? So I'm going to tell you the biggest reason why AI is a problem. AI requires so many resources that these big corporations are investing all their money into these resources. That's normal, right? But then you consider what's happening around the world. We're noticing, a lot of talks about genocide and mass killings and all that stuff. And then we got to look at who they're targeting. So they're targeting the LGBTQ community. They're targeting other religions. They're targeting anybody who's not up to date and up to standards, or who doesn't support their cause. So if you don't support AI, they're going to probably target you too. But the problem here is that AI needs people to give it attention and time and energy and put their money into it in order to thrive. So if you take all that energy away from AI and just start focusing on your lives and start building things without it, AI has nothing to feed upon. You can't feed the algorithm anymore. It's almost as if you make it obsolete. And then if you cut it off at the source, if you cut off the market, if you cut off the market at the source too, like, you'll be able to intercept their movements, because they're gonna invest all their money into it. And let's not talk about things underneath the table, right? Like wars and firearms and all that stuff that's being sold from country to country without anybody knowing about it, because that kind of business frowned upon. They will hide it, but they will conduct that kind of business. It's just all the same shit. So what happens above happens below, and we can't have AI take over the world. If you have children that are looking at eradication because their sole purpose is to eradicate anybody who's not straight, if you have people who are of a different culture or a different religion, you have loved ones that are in another country or another nation that could face imminent death because of AI. We really need to consider who we support in this world. We just have to think about it, and then we have to act upon it. It's depressing to listen to. It's depressing to witness on our timeline. But you have to wonder why. What's the root of it? This is definitely not about race. This is definitely not about religion. It's not about culture. It's not about anything else besides resource. It's about money. So now, if AI requires more resources to run, and this is their breadwinner, that means in order to keep the balance of the earth and not kill it, they would rather kill people in the masses in order to keep their AI system running. This is the most dangerous part about AI. AI is going to cause the war. This has nothing to do with religion. This has nothing to do with spirituality. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin. It has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that they want to hoard all the resources for their system, which is generating all their money, which allows them to have control over everybody. So in order to defeat the system, we have to cut it off at the root. We cannot allow them to cause these wars. We got to cut off their source of energy. We have to protect the human race as an entire unit. You cannot allow these people to kill other people just to make money. Like, that is the most depressing thing. Like, why would you kill people just so you can eat? Why not just take a step back and start building things together? Why not work together? No, it's because AI takes up all the resources of the world. Like, imagine one input on AI takes 6 cups of water to process. In a day, I drink 6 to 8 glasses of water. So my lifespan is depreciated by a day for every question somebody asks on AI. We need to consider the effects and the cause and effects of all this. So they know that at the rate we're going with AI, they're going to have to lower the population in order to keep it running globally. So eventually there's not going to be very many of us left, and we're going to have AI to run everything. Just consider that for a second. This is the most depressing part about our future, is that everybody thinks AI is God. God's inside of you. God is who you are. God is how you treat people, how you act, how you handle situations, the life that you've lived that brought you up to this point. God is all the energy that you've created inside of yourself to be the best person you are today. You didn't need a tool to teach you these things. You didn't need a tool to tell you what to do or how to act or where to invest your money. By the way, investing is not what you guys think it all is. Like, this shit is all just a facade. So you guys got to really consider what you guys are doing to the earth when you guys implement AI into everything you do, when you guys support the companies that are pushing all this AI. Man, like there is so much going on around the world that if you don't actually look at the broader spectrum, like this is the absolute most dark shit I've ever seen, man. Like, just to make money, killing off whole like countries. Like I can't sit back and just like enjoy using AI after all that, man. Like, you really got to consider, like, who's next after one nation gets wiped out? Who's next after that? Who are they gonna pick on next? The one that's least equipped? Think about it, and think about where you're from. Think about who you're with. Like, it doesn't make any sense anymore, all because one country wants to rule the entire globe with this tool. Matter of fact, I live a better life without it. Like, I've actually had more fun living without it. Going to work, enjoying interactions with people, learning things. I had way, like, I'm talking about, like, I'm telling you, I had more fun without AI. Ever since AI came into my life, and ever since I started going on the internet, things have just started looking gloomy as hell. And on top of that, it wants to divide humanity. In order for AI to thrive, humans gotta kill each other. So AI is pushing the narrative for all of us to be divided in order for all of us to beef each other and eventually eradicate each other, just so that AI can thrive. Think about that, because that's where all the money is. The more time you spend, the more attention you give it, the more money it generates. It's not for you. Humans were made to interact with each other, to spend time with each other, to support each other. And yes, sometimes to fight with each other, because that's how you grow. That's how you learn things. But you cannot let a system automate your entire life just to make money for a certain corporation, bro. What? Nah, bro. We need to elevate ourselves above it. Like I'm talking about, like, AI is just a fucking tool. We're created by the universe. Like, how do you get controlled by something that's created by another man? Ask yourself that question. Is it even a good man at the end of the day? Like, bro, like, I mean, like, the scheme was already pointed out to us, so why are we still supporting it? That's a big question here, man. And it doesn't matter which AI you use too. It's all of them. All they want to do is puppeteer everybody. Not playing this game, bro. Not playing this game. Trying to, like, manipulate what people buy, what people do, what people eat, who they're supposed to be in a relationship. Like, are you crazy, bro? Like, makes no sense. I am who I am because of all the trials and tribulations I went through in life. I am who I am because I got to make mistakes and learn from it and grow. I am who I am because I fucking overcame these things. Like, I didn't need the internet to be stronger or smarter. I've always been who I was. I've always figured shit out because I wanted to, because I had to. So now let me find this out. I gotta beat this system too, because this is not for anybody. This is to feed somebody's pocket. All these wars are started to kill people, to sustain the earth so that AI can thrive. Is this what you guys really want? You guys want to kill people just to use a tool? Think about who's gonna be next. What if it's your country? What if it's your nation? What if it's your religion? Bro, like, they're gonna use all the, what if it's the left versus the right? Bro, like, none of this shit makes any sense. Deal with your shit, like, make some money. Like Work together, grow, like plant some food, like raise some farm animals, grow some plants, vegetables, all that. Why the fuck would you have to kill people just to use a tool? Make no sense to me. I have never once started any problems because I always believed in karma, and I still believe in karma. Karma is one of the strongest forces that the universe provides to everybody for free. And I'm telling you guys, karma is very, very powerful. Sooner or later, you'll figure it out. This whole thing needs to stop. Suppression of people just to make money. This has to come to an end, and it will, because because all the little games they play, they're so childish. Very, very childish. You got to elevate yourself above that. You really do have to elevate yourself above that, because this is how they win over and over and over again. When you turn a blind eye, you can't allow them to do that ever again. Like, really? Like, all the wars that happened in the past, this is all for money. All because of money, 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 money. If everybody was killing for money, nobody would be left alive. Think about it. It's like a candlestick. You blow out the flame, it's gone. But that's the beauty of life. You have to preserve it. You have to enjoy life for what it is. All that hate, all that pain in your heart, it's because people don't value life. People don't value nature. All those generations of pain you and your family went through, it's because somebody else decided that your family or your bloodline was not worth it. Worth enough for them to preserve. And that's why you go through all these pains, because some people valued themselves more than they valued your people. Selfishness, childishness. You know, when I grew up, I was raised to share things, to help people as much as I could. Even if people turned on me, like, I still have a good heart. I say, you know what, like, they just didn't know any better. I still help other people. Just the other day, I was helping this homeless lady, and she eventually snapped on me for some no apparent reason. So I just, you know, I distanced myself. But do I stop helping homeless people? Never. Never. Do I stop loving women after they break my heart? No, I still love people. I still even pray for some people in my life, or that aren't even in my life anymore. Because at the end of the day, you know, some people just, they didn't know any better, you know. And then when you understand how their lives were lived, you understand their mentality. You understand why they are the way they are, because of how they were raised, how they were brought up. So you try to help them because you've been through it. But all this control narrative, like, nah, bro. We weren't meant to be controlled. We were meant to love each other and nurture each other, take care of each other, look out for each other, feed each other, clothe each other, like, keep each other warm in times of coldness, because the world is a cold place. But if you look out for each other, everybody's gonna be okay, man. Like, I'm telling you, the best times I've had in prison were when I had somebody that I could count on. Just that one nigga, bro. Like, just that one guy. They could be like, yo, like, I check for him every morning. Make sure he gets back in his cell at the end of the night. We look out for each other. If there was beef, it was me and him against like 20 people. Who cares? We're thugging it out. We're down the ride all the way through. Like, so what? Think about it, man. It ain't a joke anymore, bro. Like, we're actually at war for our liberty. And I'm not talking about like just liberty of movement. I'm talking about liberty of mind, liberty of thought. You're telling me that after this, you won't be able to make your own choices. You won't be able to go where you want to go. You won't be able to eat what you want to eat. You won't be able to make mistakes so you can learn and be free. Mistakes are what made me who I am today. I can't take that away from me. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay hydrated, take care of each other, look out for each other. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for listening. I feel like this is definitely needed for humanity. Come together on this decision, man. Love you guys.